Now, on a completely different matter, this afternoon the Senate will vote on the President's nominee to head the Department of Labor. I'll be voting against confirming Mr. Walsh. The Biden administration has already signaled they will ask him to implement a variety of policies that do not serve the long-term interests of American workers. Unfortunately, it appears that won't just be the case at the Department of Labor, but throughout the Democratic agenda. One of the President's first acts in office was to kill thousands of American jobs, including union jobs, by canceling the Keystone XL pipeline. Both working Americans and domestic energy security took a back seat to left-wing signaling. We're hearing the next few months might bring a so-called infrastructure proposal that may actually be a Trojan horse for massive tax hikes and other job-killing left-wing policies. Remember, the House Democrats tipped their hand last year. They published a sprawling proposal that pretended to be a highway bill, but was really just a multi-thousand-page cousin of the Green New Deal. It would have plowed unbelievable sums of money, not into the kinds of big practical projects that Americans even think of as infrastructure, but also into their obsessive focus on climate policies to the exclusion of everything else. Look, we know what kinds of policies are actually pro-job and pro-worker. We know what kind of agenda helps American workers build all-American prosperity up and down the income scale. We know that because just over a year ago, before the pandemic, 4 years of Republican policies had built one of the most inclusive and optimistic economies in modern history. Wages were growing faster at the bottom than at the top. Unemployment was at historic lows. American workers were a hot commodity and were getting compensated accordingly. Pro-worker prosperity does not entail having big government politicians or big labor bosses micromanage every aspect of the economy to suit liberal fads. It means remembering what kind of pro-worker, pro-growth, pro-opportunity policies built the best job market in recent history, right before this pandemic. Those are the ideas and the solutions that were unlocking more money and more opportunities for American workers before COVID-19 took the world by storm. And those are the ideas and solutions the American people elected 50 Republican senators to fight for. I suggest that.
The clerk will call the roll.
Ms. Baldwin.